And with you tracking all of those things, at the end of the day, you get a database whereby you can see your performances and your failures. And that way, you can know where to cut and where to double down on. Hey everyone, welcome back to Alflex Fit Podcast. My name is Alex. For those who this is the first time seeing the show, and first of all, ignore my decoy microphone simply because this one is dropping anytime soon by God's grace, and it's all on your support simply because you have been always there for us, for me, watching the videos, sharing, liking and such. It's actually amazing, and also giving some feedbacks. By the way, I remember receiving a feedback about my microphone back in 2024. And it's actually amazing that I'm doing it in 2025, but one step at a time. So, in this video, I want us to talk about business. By the way, I'm a businessman. I love businesses. I love learning about businesses. And I don't think there is anyone here on earth who is not interested in, understanding how to make more money for himself, understanding how to attract abundance in his life, and also be able to provide for his or her people in his life. And I think it is a very interesting topic simply because it's not an easy path to walk. By the way, it is normally said if you want to discover who you are, just start a business, run a business, and then you will start realizing, oh, okay, this is me. Okay, I can do this, I can do that. You start finding more about yourself. That is something amazing about businesses. And with a small story, by the way, earlier this year, actually in March, I lost my job. And after losing my job, I was like, okay, I'm not going to look for another job. I had the capability of doing it, looking for another job within a freaking month and getting one. But I was like, no, I'm not gonna do this simply because I know very well. Hata nitafute jobs zinakaa aje. At the end of the day, I won't be able to achieve what I want with a job. And that is why I decided I'm never going for a job. I have to focus on my businesses until zisimame, whatever it freaking takes. And that is what I've been doing all this long. I swear, it hasn't been easy. It is not easy. It is not an easy feat to do, but I know very well that it's just a matter of time. It's just a matter of time. You push, and then you find that things are going your way, one step at a time. So, in all those months of struggling, business failures, starting one or two things, seeing what is not working, what is working, or such, I came to realize a very interesting thing about business. Business, as an entrepreneur, I came to realize that you are like a gambler. You are gambling about what will happen. For instance, you say, okay, I'm going to start a barber shop here. Okay, I'll put my shop here. Then because kuko na traffic mingi napitia hapa, I bet there are several people who will be coming in and be my guest. Okay, technically, that is something that you just assume. That is an assumption. You are gambling. You are saying, okay, if I start this, then this might happen. It is all about logic. And I came to realize business is all about proving the logic right or wrong. You get me? So if you say that, okay, if I open the barber shop here, kutakuwa na maguest wanaingia, okay, how do you actually know that will work? You have to start it first. You have to have the result. Unafaa ukuwe na, okay, the actual result, the statistics that show, okay, nimefungua hapa watu wamekuja, nimefungua hapa watu hawajakuja. That way you can be in a position of understanding, okay, if I start business here, watu hawatakuja because you have the result. You have the KPIs on your hands, and you can see what is happening in the business simply because you made an assumption as a business person, and then you decided to take the action to actually see what is actually happening in the business. And that is what I've been doing all this long. Yes, I've been learning my businesses and all these kind of things. And at the end of the day, I haven't been tracking what is happening. I haven't been knowing what is actually happening behind the scenes. And that is why I came across this very interesting thing. And that is the KPIs. That is key performance indicators. And these things actually help you be in a position of knowing what is working and what is not working. And I came to realize the importance of actually keeping records in a business, okay, we're running a company. Keeping those records will actually help you to track back and see, okay, this wasn't working, this was working, so I need to double down on this, I need to do away with this, maybe the customer response was like this, okay, I need to solve like this, like at the end of the day, with you tracking all these things, you can be in a position of proving your assumption right or wrong, literally. You get me? That is all about business. You have to be in a position of making an assumption. You take a bet and say, okay, nikianza biashara hapa kuna watu watakuja, ama nikianza hapa kuna watu watakuja. So how do I know? Because that is in my mind. I take the action. Kenye kitazaliwa kizaliwe. What the fuck? So you just start the business and then start tracking and see, okay, ni wageni wangapi wamekuja hii. Okay, ni kama 10 hivi or such within a month of 1 month, wameniambia aje, what their feedback. You track all of those things. Then at the end of the day, you can sit back and see, okay, my assumption was right, or okay, my assumption was wrong. How can I fix this? How can I fix that? And that way, with a database, kuna a point of seeing, okay, of seeing where you are going, or what you need to cut out, or what you need to double down on. By the way, back in 2024, I wrote my book, that is Unravel the Edges of Masculinity. And it is one heck of a powerful book simply because I wrote it from a point of, okay, I need to improve myself as a young man from all the things that nilikuwa nimesoma or such kind of a thing. And I would really encourage you to get a copy of my book simply because it's a masterpiece. Actually, it is just going for 700 Kenya shillings, delivered in all over Kenya. Also, I have a copy on Amazon. You can get one there. And with all your support, I'm super grateful because of that. With that being said, let's get back to the show. So it's just a matter of understanding how to see what is happening in the business. It's not just a matter of just running a business. Unafungua tu kabiashara tu kadogo, unasema okay, kani kabiashara gangu nini and all of that. You are just running like a small business. You have to think like you are running a massive empire, simply because you find that you start implementing strategies that small businesses are not doing. And that is why most businesses are small, literally. You find that you kona kaduka kama nguo nini, kona kaduka kale kengine, so all such kind of a thing. But at the end of the day, your shop is still small for years, 5 years, 6 years, still the same. Why? Simply because you're not seeing what is happening. You are not tracking. You are not knowing where to improve or where to double down on. You get me? That is what is happening in business. You just have to take this takeaway from this video. Go and track what is happening in your business. Thank yourself later simply because you'll be in a position of seeing what is happening actually. And that way you can be able to improve. You can be able to learn how to maybe respond to clients' demands or maybe feedback. You can be able to see where your client is engaging the most, and then you can optimize on those areas so that you can drive more sales. You get me? If it is advertising, you can track the adverts and see, okay, when I post like this, then this and this happens. It's an assumption you are actually making. Okay, if I post like this, I make this ad, what might happen? You post, then you see, okay, oh, this happened. You get me? And with you tracking all of those things, at the end of the day, you get a database whereby you can see your performances and your failures. And that way you can know where to cut and where to double down on. And that is how business is. That is just the first lesson that I learned, and I'm implementing it. And I know very well that here onwards, things are going to get better. And it's just a matter of time. Business ni mambo na one step at a time. It's not something that you can open today, kesho you're in a party and everything is okay. No. It has a lot of things and you may realize with all those months of suffering. Literally. Because umeika hivi unaona I'm fucking totally broke, bro. Like what the fuck? Nitafute job ama nifanye nini? And I'm like, okay, no, bro. If I look for a job, then I go back again to the fucking 9 to 5, and then I won't be able to achieve my dreams because someone is paying me less. You're like what the fuck? So I'm like, okay, no, we are not going to do that. And that is what it is. So it's just a matter of learning how to build a business. And I'm actually talking to people who really want to be successful in this case. People who are interested in growing together with me, growing together with Alflex Fit, growing together as young people, maybe in East Africa, Kenya, anywhere, you know. And I'm not just talking to anyone who is just wanting to make more money, because at the end of the day, ukiingia kwa biashara with the intention of making more money, you are fucked. You lose it. Literally, simply because unapata you focus so much on chasing the bag to point that you forget that you are actually offering service to people. You're actually offering, people actually pay you because of the solution you solve in their lives. And you get. So just don't focus so much on making money, but focus so much on adding value. Focus so much on solving problems. And this unapata, you're progressing slowly by slowly. Unapata watu wanakuja for your solution. People are buying from you simply because your quality is good, you know. It's not just that you're chasing money, you know. And that's where a lot of people fail. Unapata mtu tu amefungua tu biashara, yani kuuza tu, you're not knowing what is happening in the business. And at the end of the day, unapata you're stuck. You're stuck in just making that amount of money you are making over and over again for years, for eons, and it is all gone. So businesses have capacity to expand. An example, a good example ni kuna hii kampuni inaitwa sijui K-Pipes or something. Everyone naenda napata iko Naivasha, iko Kayole, iko Nairobi, iko wapi. Na nini tu ni hardware tu ya kuuza ma pipes. And I'm like, okay, what the fuck? Meaning you can expand. Hata ako ka shop kako kadogo kama nguo. You can build it big. You can try to expand it. Weke ka shop weke tuseme Naivasha, ingine Nairobi, and all this kind of things, simply because you're constantly improving. You're looking at your KPIs mdogo, and you're tracking what is happening in the business, and then you're improving on what you need to improve on. You're cutting down on the bullshit that is not working. Boom. And you're making more money as a result of all of this. It's just a matter of time. We take the move, we keep going, we keep running, and because at the end of the day, without running, you're fucked. You're fucked. So just go after it. Go and implement all of those one step at a time. You get to where we want to be. See you at the freaking top.